archery practice. There's also practice ranges throughout this facility as well. Lancaster Archery and this tournament are only who have helped support us for over 40 years. And to our dedicated team of archery experts, if you need assistance of any kind, please contact Lancaster Archery staff wearing our bright red shirts. We're wearing Victory shirts, Black Eagle, Conquest, and True Ball Excel. Dedicated staff of Lancaster Archery is a team of professionals who are extremely committed to you and the sport of archery, and simply can't express enough gratitude for all that you do for us. Thank you so much.
All right. We'd like to thank our Lancaster Archery Classic sponsors. Please let them know if you've enjoyed the Classic and thank them for their support. We would also enjoy if you'd share photos of you and your friends from the Classic on your favorite social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So our sponsors for the Classic: True Ball Excel, Black Eagle, Conquest, Dead Center, American Whitetail, Easton, Big Shot, AAE, America's Best Bowstring, BCY, Bee Stinger, Biter, Boning, Bowtech, CBE, CD Archery, Darton, Easton, Elite, Elevation, Gas Bowstrings, Gilo, Gold Tip, HHA, Hoyt, Last Chance, Maple Leaf, Matthews, Neat, Pine Ridge, PSE, Prime, QAD, Scott Archery, Sebastian Flute, Shibuya, Shrewd, SKB, Specialty Archery, Stand Releases, Tack Vanes, Top Hat, True Fire, Ultraview, Victory, Vortex, Weowis, Whiffler Industries, X-Focus 365, Yost, and Carter. We could not do what we do without those folks. So, while we're competing, you can follow electronic scoring on the Archers website, archers.com. You can follow the scoring. We will have running scores on the televisions that are right here at this end of the competition floor. During the shoot-up finals, be sure to tune in to Competition Archery Media. We will be broadcasting on the Lancaster Archery Facebook and YouTube channels. That's going to be brought to you by Black Eagle and Conquest. During the finals, we will have Cam's Greg White commentating for the finals. He'll have pro archers in with him for expert commentary. There are more practice ranges than ever before here at Spooky Nook in the Big Shot practice halls, or practice for free all weekend back at the shop. We've got shooting there. Check your schedule. It'll tell you the hours of operation. Free practice there at Lancaster Archery Pro Shop. It's about 15 minutes away. Sunday morning, 7 a.m., there's going to be a church service right up here on the mezzanine. Pastor Rodney Martin, be sure to check that out. If you haven't done so already, your pocket guide will have rules and format, as well as a schedule for our seminars. We've got lots of seminars. Dick Tone, Tim Gillingham, tons of experts are going to be doing seminars all weekend. Lastly, before we get into the national anthem, we wanted to thank the archery supply team, Lancaster Archery Supply Team. This facility you see here was set up for field hockey 3 days ago. And this setup was done by our whole team. They've been here the last 3 days to turn this into this range. They did an incredible job. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, now we have the national anthem. There is a flag, two flags that are going to be at the center of the range, and we'll play the national anthem now. All right, folks, I'm going to turn things over to our Director of Judges. We have two of them. Frank Heverin is here, and of course we have Larry Wise is one. There he is. There's Larry. Our team of judges, Director of Shooting, up top, we've got Doug Ludwig. Your judges, Jennifer Lau, Greg Chambers, Shannon Heverin, Gary Konitis, Jessica File, Todd Wilson, Ron West, David Stradley, John Trahan, Dave Padden, and Sir Eric Burkett. Frank, the floor is yours.
Okay, archers, just a few things before we get started here. Some rules and things I need you to keep an eye on as we go out through. Every scoring group must have 3 or 4 archers at all times. If you do not have 3 or 4 people in your scoring group, get a judge and we'll get that addressed. If you are shooting a 3-spot target, you must number your spots and you must shoot them in the number order that you have numbered them. Single spot archers, you must record your values from lowest to highest. We will have 2 ends of practice, and then we will be following that with 20 ends of straight shooting. There will be no breaks, so plan accordingly. There cannot repair target faces at any time. If you need to replace your target face, you may do that, but we do not fix arrow holes. We also will replace your target face at the discretion of judges, and a mandatory target face will happen after the 10th end of scoring. Throughout the entire shoot, the bottom end will shoot, or the bottom targets will shoot first. So those on the CD line will shoot first. At the halfway point, we will rotate. The bottom targets go to the top targets go to the bottom, and then the other set of people shoot first for the remainder of the tournament. Spectators, the first 2 rows of chairs are for archers only. Spectator line is behind the black curtain. Please, no flash photography. All right, so we are going to get ready and get started as soon as Doug is ready upstairs. You will have 15 seconds to come to the line, from the waiting line to the shooting line, and you will have 2 minutes to shoot your 3 arrows. So when Doug is ready, we will begin with the first end of practice. Doug?
All right, thank you. All right, CD line, we have 2 ends of practice coming up, so CD line, 2 minutes. Please get ready. A couple of things. Please don't go forward. Please don't load an arrow while you're back. You can only load an arrow in the shooting line. Please do not raise your bow arm until the shoot signal starts. All right? We're all good? 1 minute, people. All right, first of an official practice. CD line, you're up. Here we go.
Okay, archers, a couple more announcements for you as you're collecting your arrows. Please remember that during scoring, we need you to not touch the arrows, the bales, or the target faces until all arrows have been scored and recorded. All members of your scoring group should decide on the value of the arrow. If you cannot come to a consensus, then please call a judge, and the judge's call will be final.
I'm down palms right now. Do you have a number of two shooter bales?
Okay, let me finish these. I'll be over. Any arrow released after the buzzer will be scored a miss. In the event that you are shooting a single spot, you will lose the highest scoring arrow value on that bale. Any arrow that is completely past this blue line will be considered a shot arrow. And we'll pick up the rest. Please remember, archers as well, I need all of you and all of your equipment behind that red line when you are not shooting. When you are shooting, please straddle the line, 1 foot on either side of the yellow line. Thank you. Everybody back behind the red line, please.
Remember, CD line starts every time. Thank you. All right, that completes practice. When you come back, CD line's up first, and we will start scoring.
A few more notes for you. During shooting, equipment failures will receive up to 2 ends of makeup arrows. Practice before you come back may be done on one of the practice ranges. Bounce outs, pass-throughs, or other makeup errors will be made up at the discretion of the director of shooting upstairs. He will let you know when it's time to do it. If there is a witness physical interference of an archer, we will reshoot the arrow. And I would ask you to fill out your scorecards as you are completing the tournament. Fill out all the math and everything. That way we can complete you as quickly as possible at the end. When you are done, there are scorecard collection points underneath the mezzanine. Come up with your whole group, the tablet, and your scorecards. Thank you, archers. Good luck. Archers, once again, I need to have all of your equipment behind that red line. You and all of your equipment behind that red line unless you are on the shooting line. That includes stabilizers, bow pods, and whatever else might be there. Thank you.
All right, archers, this is your first end of scoring. Good luck. your scorecards and be back to the seats.
Three-spot archers, please remember, if you replace your target face, you must renumber the new target face.
Just a reminder, CD always starts first. Thank you. Reminder, archers, number those target faces. You 3 spotters, number them if you're replacing. Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery. Whew, I'm glad to be out here talking to you. Finally made it. Thanks for tuning in to our live stream. What are we at? Obviously, 2023 Lancaster Archery Classic. This is the noon line Thursday. This is our first line of competition. That's why it's kind of thin. So those of you who aren't here, you can see we've got plenty more room to come out for you to register next year. But Lancaster Archery Classic, if there's folks out there who are tuning in for the first time, what is it? So we're going to have about 2,700 archers are going to shoot 60 arrows. We've got lines today, noon, 4 p.m., tomorrow, 8 a.m., noon, 4 p.m. Everybody's going to shoot 60 arrows. That's the qualification round. Perfect score is 660. Only been 3 of those ever shot. Rio Wild, Braden Galantine, Bodie Turner. Once everybody has shot their qualification, we're going to rank everyone in every division. We've got 17 different divisions by equipment, gender, and age. We've got youth, adult, senior. So after everyone's shot in their division, we're going to rank them. For the small divisions, we're going to take the top 32. For the bigger divisions, we're going to take the top 64. Saturday morning, we go into an NCAA-style bracket. That's the best way I can explain it. For head-to-head matches. The number 1 archer shoots against number 64. And then we're going to work through the brackets till we come up with a group of finalists. Every division. Small divisions, we take the top 4. Bigger divisions, we take the top 8. And then we move to our big finals stage. That is a whole production on its own. We broadcast the finals there from start to finish. They start, let's take a look at our schedule here. We're going to start at 1 p.m. on Saturday with our finals. Broadcasting here, YouTube, Facebook, Lancaster Archery. And so one of the cool things about our tournament, one of the things that the archers like is you don't have to be perfect. All you have to do is qualify. Get into the mix. If you make it into the mix, you have a shot of winning it. Other tournaments, if you're not perfect, you're out. Ours, if you're in that big group, you just got to make it to the top 64. All you got to do is win your matches, make it to the top 8. When we go into the finals, we run what's called a shoot-up style for our format, for our finals. So if there's the top 8, the very first match is number 8 versus number 7. The winner of that takes on number 6, then number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you come in the 8th spot, you still have a chance to win. Tim Hanley, the CEO, a couple years ago, he did that in Men's Open. Came in the 8th spot, shot his way to the top. Folks always say, oh, that's not fair. You know, that archer never gets a break. They got to shoot their way up. That's correct. It's difficult, but you have a chance. Other tournaments, you don't even have a chance. If you finish in 8th after all that, the best you can do is shoot against 7 for either 7th or 8th place. We let you shoot your way up to get to that number 1 archer. If you can knock that one off, you can win the whole thing. So that's why I say, you know, from the outside, it looks like that's not fair to that archer who comes in number 8. That's why you want to qualify first. Yes, the path is easiest for the higher ranking archers. The number 1 archer has the easiest path to win. That person can do no worse than 2nd place, but they earn that through 2 days of shooting. They earn that number 1 ranking. So that's the way our format works. We're excited to bring this all to you. So what are we going to do? We're going to go live during every line. So we're live now at noon. We'll be live again at 4. We're not going to sit here live for the entire 4 hours of qualification, but we will go live for a good bit of it. We're going to walk around, let you see some of the action, walk up and down the line. You know, we're going to introduce some of the archers, tell you about them. We've got a couple good ones here shooting right now. Bodie Turner, the last archer to shoot a 660, shot it last year. He did it when he was 14. He's 15 now. He is shooting on this line right now. So we'll just go down, point out some archers to you. We appreciate you tuning in. If you're sitting somewhere, you know, we're at work, you've got your phone handy, you can, if you subscribe to our channels, you get a notification when we're about to go live. Tune in, you can follow along with the action. We're excited to bring it to you. I'm excited to bring it to you. I hope somebody shoots a 660 this weekend. That sure is exciting. So, stay with us. Bodie Turner there a second ago. Here he comes up to shoot 3 arrows. We'll watch him shoot. So he is 15 years old now. He has been killing it, I am told. I got to talk to his dad, Joel Turner. You'll see Bodie wearing that shirt that says Shot IQ. And that Shot IQ, that is a method of teaching. That's a company that his dad runs, Joel Turner. He's a coach. But Joel's coaching is very, very focused on the mental side of archery. So he was telling me about archers tend to want to set up their bows so that the pin movement is slow. Well, Joel says Bodie's, the way his bow is set up, he wants that pin to move fast. And the theory is, nobody, well, maybe Kyle Douglas, but most archers can't hold the bow so that the pin just sticks to the middle. It floats. A lot of thinking is folks want to have slow movement. They think, oh, that's a good thing. Well, what Joel says is if it moves out of the 11 ring slow, it comes back to the 11 ring slow. And so if you're shooting a surprise shot and it breaks outside of that 11, then it's not going to come back. But if his sight picture is moving fast, then it's going to go to where his brain says. So Bodie just shot a 33, 11, 11, 11. But that's the way he teaches it. He wants that pin to move quickly in that yellow, because then his brain is correct, his brain working with his hand-eye coordination. He's bringing that dot back to the middle quickly because it's moving quickly. So that's just some quick. Joel Turner, of course, is going to put a lot more detailed thought into it than I do. But that's the general principle of why Bodie does things the way he does and what he is set up for. So he has won Vegas, of course. Youngest male winner to do that. I believe Lico Ariola won Vegas. I believe she was younger. Could be wrong about that. But in any event, they're winning this as teenagers, which is incredible. So now, but just to the importance of every arrow at the Classic. So Bodie Turner shot a 660 last year, and he did not win. In fact, he did not come in as the top seed. So in eliminations somewhere, his shots, apparently he shot a couple that dropped him down a couple places for that final ranking. We said you're ranked as you go into eliminations. So I believe he came in as the number 3 seed with a 660. That's incredible. It was either 2 or 3 that he came into the finals. But he did not come in as number 1. So you're looking at a 33 there from Bodie. So it looks like he does have a couple 10s. Again, okay, so the 660 is out of play for him, but he's going to, let's see if we can see a scorecard here. No, I am incorrect. Do not listen to me. Bodie Turner is clean. Those are all 11s there. So through 6 ends, Bodie Turner is still clean. Perfect score, which is awesome. No one has ever done it back-to-back, obviously. There's only 3 people who have done it. So that'll be awesome if he can do it back-to-back. All right, so indoor archery is what we're doing now, but here you're looking at Scott Hopkins on the right and his dad, Jeff Hopkins, on the left in the Matthews jerseys. The two giants you see there, big dudes, big Iowa farm boys there. So their main game is 3D, but they're out here shooting indoor. Just gives them a chance to work on, their archery, make sure that form is perfect before their 3D season begins, which begins in just about a month from today. We're going to be at the ASA, first ASA in Foley. So this, they come out to shoot these tournaments, and of course they're good enough to win, but mainly what they're doing is working on their archery ahead of 3D season. Scott Hopkins, he shoots in the Open Pro division, and his dad shoots in the Senior Pro. I was talking to Jeff earlier, and he said he's in the Senior Pro. He has to judge distance. So does Scott. But Jeff said he's in here working on his yardage. Getting ready for ASA, shooting 20 yards, 18 meters. He said if he's got this distance down pat, he's good to go. We'll see how they do. This weekend, they made a switch this year. They were previously Martin shooters. This is their first year shooting Matthews. Jeff has shot for Matthews before, but they just switched back to Matthews this year. Okay, so I just went down to grab a target. Just wanted to give folks maybe who haven't seen what our competition target looks like to get a handle of the size, what they're aiming at here. So the Classic is a little bit different in that this very center ring is the X ring. That's on every target, it's an X ring. We count that as an 11. A lot of times that will be a 10, like at the Vegas shoot, that's a 10, but it's just an X. So you'd record that as a 10X. Actually, you would record it as an X, but it counts as 10 points. Anyway, here it's an 11. And you can see how big that is compared to my finger. I mean, that thing is tiny. So when we talk about people shooting a 660, they hit in that center there 60 times, all 60 arrows. That's ridiculous. And so what they're doing out there, this is what compound shoots. Recurve can shoot a single spot. They would just have one central face, or they can shoot a 3-spot if they want. Compound, you have to shoot this target. You can shoot any order you want, but you have to shoot the same order every time. So a lot of folks start here, shoot 1, 2, 3. Some folks shoot 1, 2, 3. I don't really know anybody who shoots it the other way, shoots this one first, but you could if you want to. And of course, you know, the scoring is 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Outside of that is a miss. That's going to be a 0. So just a handle on the target face we're shooting. I will tell you that for the finals, we have special targets that include a 12 ring. The 12 ring is smaller than the 11. It's basically just bigger than a 27 diameter arrow. It's a white ring, and we're going to position it right here between the 7 and the 8 line. So if you need to make up points, that 12 ring is available to you in the finals, but if you miss, you've got either an 8 or a 7, as opposed to if you miss the 11, you're only at a 10. Just kind of a risk-reward situation. It gives you a way to knock someone out, really give them the knockout punch, or to catch up and make up ground if you want. So that's just an explanation of the target we're shooting here at the Classic. All right, so at the Lancaster Archery Classic, not only do we just have archers competing, but we have a vendor area where folks are here showing the latest and greatest archery products, and sometimes new products are even launched here. So I am standing here with Dick Tone, legendary archery coach, who has come out with the DXT Natural Tab. I'm also here with Dustin Samato. He's a pretty good guy too, works for us. He's working the booth with Dick. But Dick, so this is a new archery tab for recurve archers, for folks who don't know, that you just came out with, and tell us why this thing's so cool.
Well, we did some different things with this. We integrated the ledge and everything, so it's not movable. And most people that put a ledge on, they don't move it anyway. All right, and then if you look at the edge of it, you can see that it's tilted a little bit. So when it comes under your chin, it really feels a lot more natural. So nothing's sticking up and everything. All right, then so the front plate, and then we put a back plate on it, so that instead of using 8 different little screws, we have 3 big screws, and then the ledge fits in a little slot in there so it won't twist on you, or excuse me, the spacer. I said ledge. And then the finger strap, very, very comfortable piece of leather, comes around and you can adjust it, and it fits in your hand. And this belongs to one of my shooters, because it's the only one we have here right now. And you can see it fits ergonomically into your hand. So you move it forward on the string so your string is there, and then it fits just like that. Very solid.
So a lot of your coaching, and obviously now your products, I know a lot of your coaching is to not make things complicated.
Correct.
Which we tend to do in archery.
Yeah, we try to do it as natural as we can. And the original tab that I did was in 1986, and it was a Cavalier Elite tab, which is still going strong. And this is kind of an upgrade from that. And we took a lot of things that we wanted to change that we never got a chance to change, and we made those changes. And we've had people shooting 3D printed models and everything for probably 4 years. So we finally got this done. So
awesome. Well, Dustin, so you've been talking to folks about this tab today. What kind of things are you telling them? Because you're also a coach as well. What do you like about this tab and how it functions?
Well, going back to what Dick has been saying, I have a lot of history with the Elite tab, and we would grind those down. We would kind of smooth the edges, and we'd be grinding them on a wheel and get right close to those 8 screws that Dick was talking about. This tab, definitely the feedback that we've gotten from shooters, they put it in their hand, they like the weight and the feel of it right away, and they say that it does feel natural. I think he's really hit it out of the park when it comes to hook to string connection and then hook to anchor connection. So those 2 big connection points are what this tab has done, and it's the feedback that we're getting from the shooters today.
Awesome. And Dick, of course, Casey Caulfield, one of your shooters who is shooting this tab, she is competing tomorrow. How has she been shooting lately? I haven't seen her, so I don't actually know the answer to that.
I understand she's shooting really, really well. So, which was kind of funny. She was shooting one of the prototypes and been shooting it for almost 2 years. And so it was either get her a new tab, because she only had one, or put these on the market. So we opted to go ahead and put them on the market.
There you have it. Casey Caulfield, of course, she was in the last Olympics for the U.S. team. She is a past winner of the Classic. She's going to be shooting tomorrow. Dick, Dustin, we appreciate your time. DXT Natural Tab, we're excited to bring this out to the world.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, PJ.
All right, so that's going to do it for us here from the noon line. We will be back live at the 4 p.m. line. What we want you to do is, when you come back, think of some questions. Send us some questions in the comments section, and we'll answer some of those as we go through. But we're going to sign off now from the noon line. We will be back up to bring you the 4 p.m. line here at the 2023 Lancaster Archery Classic.
He shops at LancasterArchery.com.
I'm a patient man in the woods, but when it comes to shopping online, not so much. That's why I choose Lancaster Archery Supply. They make it easy to order all my archery gear, with thousands of the newest and finest products right at your fingertips, ready to ship to your front door.
Here's your order, Vinny.
Or tree stand. Hey, depending on where you're hanging out, you might even get it before you get home.
For all your archery needs, shop LancasterArchery.com. At the Lancaster Archery Foundation, it's our mission to get as many people as possible involved in the sport of archery.
Thank you so much for your support and giving us this grant.
Thank you for supporting us and others in the community.
It allows me to afford studying at Texas A&M.
I was able to attend my dream university and still shoot competitive archery.
You can help us in our mission by donating today at LancasterArcheryFoundation.org.